Once they recorded, yeah, it's being, huh?
She said, uh-oh.
Call the meeting to order at 6:36. Dan, if you could read the meeting notice for us.
Notice is hereby given that the Village of Homer Zoning Board of Appeals will meet in person at the Town Hall in Homer located at 31 North Main Street on July 5th, 2024 at 6:36 p.m. to consider the following pursuant to the current Village of Homer Code of Ordinances. Appeal 509-67 North Main Street, constructed 8-foot privacy fence along the south side yard of the property.
Dan. So we start off first topic is we kind of have you present the plan, what you're asking for, why you're asking for it.
Oh,
Whatever information you got about that. Right.
yeah, so I just want, 8-foot fence on my side yard between my side yard and the long apartment that is next to me. And so 8 foot, it overlooks all the windows, everything overlook my side yard where I have my tables and my, everything kind of set up over there, and it's very close proximity. And so I took some pictures for you guys so you can see like where my chairs, and then there's bushes, and then right on the other side of that is, you know, the windows and everything. And so I'm asking for it to go all the way down the side at the end of, and you can see on the pictures, at the end of their property. There are bushes, it's not bushes, it's just all overgrown, it's never cleaned up, I can't put anything down there. But that is also higher than my property, you can't tell, but when, in the winter, that's all gone, that's clear. And it's their parking lot, and then their parking lot faces right at my yard.
Headlights.
Right, the headlights pointed right in.
It would go right along this row of bushes, I just said that.
Right, Jason from the little park.
Right along that row of bushes?
Actually, do you want to come up here and
Yeah, sure.
kind of
Yeah, we don't need
maybe
to
put
do
these pictures in order so we can get an idea.
Okay, so this is the end of the property here.
When you mean the end.
The farthest from the road.
Right, so
Farthest
this
from the
on the other side, right, this is where their parking lot is. So this is just very overgrown. It's never kept. It's a lot of weeds. It's a lot of vines, a lot of stuff. I can't put anything there.
This is your property?
This one, the mowed side is my
Mhm.
property. So this is the apartment property.
Be,
Okay.
that would be down here.
Yes, yep, it would be right down here.
So this is the parking lot.
Right.
Mhm.
And so right over here, this is where the windows and everything are. And so this is where my spot, and then I have all of this here. I want to do stuff down here, but it's so overgrown that's this, I haven't done anything. So I want a fence there, but because you can't see on, like I said, the other side of this, it goes up. And then on the other side of this, it's higher than my yard. There's like a hill. So I want the fence to be able to go up and block for when the cars and everybody's getting out of the cars and stuff like that. Just to the end of them. And so these are the side yard, these are the windows right here
Of the neighbor
of
property.
the neighbor property,
And
right?
you want the 8-foot fence to go the full length of your property?
No, just to here to here.
I have an aerial view if you guys like to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, all the way back here. I mean, this is.
He's got it up there.
Oh, okay.
Show us on that. Thank you.
So, yep, so this is it right here.
And how close to the road, how far in the other direction would it go?
Probably to maybe about like right, I think I have it marked on there. There's like a tree right here,
Mhm.
and it would be just
Just
from
the
there.
length of that house, it's gonna go beyond the house.
It's just, no, not beyond, not to the front. Oh. Not to the front of the house here, just, kind of where my side yard, because I have a little side door and I have the window, they have a little patio right here, and that's right where all those lower windows
Okay.
are right there,
Keep going to the end of the fence.
right, so right here.
Okay.
Basically the whole line.
And they don't, I mean, there's nothing back there on their side, it's not really kept up or anything really well, it's not, they don't have, I don't know, it's not their usable yard, they use all of this right back here. So it would really just be for the privacy of my yard.
Can you tell on this, How high, these all here? Or where are we
Yeah,
talking?
no, do you know where this would, in these pictures, where,
So I had, you know what, and I thought I printed out, I had Oscar stand with a pole. And I thought I printed it out with these.
Perfect.
No, so hold on, I took the pictures. I thought I printed it out with them. I made him, I was like, you gotta stand here for me, you gotta take these pictures.
your mom, huh?
176 foot long.
Yes, I think that's about it.
And you're asking for
Right.
7.5 or 8?
I was asking for 8, it was Oscar holding the pole, and it'll be just about here blocking that,
Just the lower half of those windows.
right, just about the lower half of the window.
Okay, so that
That would
is
be,
up to there.
Right.
Up to,
Right,
and a 6-foot fence would be about here.
right. I feel like. because
Cutting,
they're-
it would cut the bottom window about in half, and that's a 6-foot, the allowable. So this is
the
8.
window. That's, that
This
whole
is-
windows.
Well, I'm 6 foot, so you're a couple foot above me.
You're
Well,
6,
that helps.
yeah.
6 foot would probably be more.
Well, where's the pole?
Right.
Okay, oh, good.
Pole is
Divide it in
something-
half. Divide it
The
into-
pole is really hitting like the halfway point.
Mhm.
Like blocking out.
Mhm.
Which is what I want, because the whole seating area and, is just on the other side of that. Oh, this picture right here.
Yeah.
Just on the other side of these is my whole seating area here.
Could you go back to the pole picture for me?
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Half of that would be about here's 4, and half of this would be about here. And here. 6. Maybe about there, yeah, right, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Yes, yep.
That was very helpful.
He was a great help yesterday.
Got anything from any of the neighbors?
What's
This one,
something in the
right
packet here?
Yellow.
Oh, yeah, neighbor. Willow Street is, okay.
Where is Willow Park East?
I think that's like,
I think
Back
that they
down
think
there.
I'm on their side.
It goes in off Warren,
Yeah,
yeah, but it's down.
I think that
Yeah,
they think
kinda
I'm on
down
their
towards-
side.
Yeah. there
It's
you
down
go,
towards the
yeah,
creek.
Yeah, on that little cul-de-sac.
Yeah. there's a turnaround way at the end of
These,
it. When you say parking lot, are you referring to the parking lot at your neighbors, or are you referring to Willow Park?
I can't even see Willow Park.
She
Okay.
was
Yeah.
talking about the parking lot.
Of the-
house.
Of the neighboring
yeah,
house,
Of that
yes.
apartment complex.
Of the
Yeah,
apartments, yeah.
bushes.
So the parking lot is on that side of the house too, apparently.
Yeah, if you're looking at this drawing here, I kind of leave these out.
Right here on the screen.
Yeah.
It's right here on the screen, Susan.
Yeah, see how it,
Yeah.
so theirs comes, their parking lot is here, and then it extends this length here.
Gotcha.
And then that points right at my yard over there.
And they're driving in and out.
And we have, I mean, and we have a little play thing over here, we set up our pool over here, you know what I mean? So it's not so far, but that's right where their parking lot is.
Do you have any reason, I mean, your neighbor, you get along with them, or?
Yeah. The apartment neighbors? Yeah. There's one, I mean, there's really only one that I know, everybody else comes and goes, and there's only one that's been there.
This one's
almost the
7 foot
entire time I've
apart.
lived there. Mhm.
Yeah, that's down that side street off. of Warren.
did you go back with the Willow Park?
So then there was nobody from that apartment,
Correct.
whoever owns that, they didn't.
That's the only,
I talked to Paul Armedio owns it, and I told him last year that that's what I wanted to do, and he was okay with it.
Okay.
And he said that if I wanted him to, clear up all that brush, so when they put up the fence, if I wanted him to clean that up, that he would clean that up for me.
So you're down there and so this is representing the whole neighborhood there.
What I think is I think that whoever is here thinks that my house is over here. And so I think that they think that I'm gonna put a fence here on their side. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, because they wouldn't even be able to see it from their house.
Right.
That's really, unless they just generally are against.
Fences, fences.
Well, it's not even a fence, I mean, you can put a 6 foot fence.
Yeah, it's
The question is.
Yeah.
There's your property, there's property over there.
Yeah, I mean, but, well, do we have any more questions
Yeah, I'm,
for her, or do we want to start?
she's done part one, so.
All right, well, we kind of bled right into the next step there, so we're gonna move on to, actually, we should put in the public comment at least.
Yeah, read that in.
Well, it just says that Barbara and Edward, Murhoff, 7 Willow Park East, they must have called in. It's just a sticky note, it looks like this is there against the fence. But given where they live and where this is happening, I'm not sure.
It's gonna affect them.
How much, if it was a next door neighbor, I'd be much more inclined to listen to that as well in this sense. But okay, let's maybe jump into our decision meeting. I'm sure if Frank was here and if I asked him if this was a type 2 action, he would agree, but there is.
So it's on one of those sheets.
Oh, it's in there. Sure. All right, so no seeker required. Do we want to do the balancing test or discuss it first? We can, I mean, we certainly will discuss it at some point. Might form.
What you seeing?
What are the GML 239-M regulations that's subject to? These, the county planning board says,
It says.
That's for us to submit to county planning, GML 239. That's what
regulation.
I suspect that's regulations for anything within a certain distance.
yeah, but what are those regulations?
we have to submit before it gets to you guys. We submit it to county for them to give an opinion on.
They've already approved it. They had to look at it because of that
So,
regulation,
That's all.
but they.
Okay.
Actually, Brook does run through Willow Park. It's on the northwest side of Willow Park, and then it comes down and comes across Main Street. But it's way above her.
But it'd be way in her backyard, attacking.
That's why she's talking about the creek.
Yeah, that's why it's
Yeah.
so close.
Yeah.
Or that's why
It does run
it
down.
was flat. It would, her yard would be less than 500 feet. up.
Yeah.
But that's not a concern for me.
No.
All right, so you want to step through the balancing test. The area variance. Number 1, whether an undesirable change will be produced in the character of the neighborhood or a detriment to nearby properties will be created.
I think so.
It's the,
8 feet is high.
I would say yes. I mean, that's the whole point of the regulation is to,
You just state how many yeses or nos that you're saying.
2 yeses and a Mike.
I'll go with a yes. Yes.
Number 2, whether the applicant can achieve goal via a reasonable alternative, which does not involve the necessity of an area variance. I'd say no. I mean, the goal is to block those windows, and that's where you get to 8 feet. I'm gonna say no to that one.
No.
I think it could go lower. I think 7 might do it. So is that worded that I'm a yes then?
Then you're a yes, yeah. Yeah. So 2 no's and a yes. Number 3, whether the variance is substantial. 2 foot on top of an 8 foot regulation, so I would say yes.
25% more,
30%,
2, 60. Yeah,
33%.
30. Math.
Yes. 3 yes. whether the variance will have an adverse impact on the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood or district.
It's pretty substantial
yeah.
length, so it's,
It's a-
yeah. it might-
Makes it, starts, yeah, more towards
Yeah, okay.
apartment buildings than towards 1-2 family residential, lower.
So yes, okay, 3 yeses. Number 5, whether there's been any self-created difficulty. Say no. This house's windows. You didn't have anything to say in that, so I'm gonna say no to that.
Yeah,
3 no's. Okay, where's the other ones? I hear you, Patricia, that you think that maybe 8 foot is not necessary, but where that hits is really that lower half of that window. And if you, the purpose of this is privacy, I mean, that's what you would try to block off. It does leave the whole upper part of the window open, so it's not like it's blacking out their sunlight. It does achieve the goal. But I can see a case to be made that halfway there would still be.
yeah, I think that, I mean, I pretty much always feel like the ordinance was supposedly, at least general land use law, that all of these items were considered before they were written in, and that they're not, passed by omission. So they particularly put that in, and they particularly picked when there's a written 6 for whatever reason was happening. So I think that, in many cases, I think I've said it before, that section of the ordinance that we're dealing with probably is wrong or needs to be reconsidered. I don't know about the 6-foot level, and so I think that, I think 8 is a big enough difference as you're driving down the street and you have an 8-foot wall there and it's like, ooh. That I would be willing to compromise and sort of slide into the 6 and get it a little over 6 for a little bit more privacy, but
I
I'm
think
still,
8 foot is too much too.
What do you guys think? 7 foot? In the middle of that?
doesn't you think, Mike?
I think 7 would be more appropriate. 8 foot is gonna look like a barrier and we definitely got a problem with the neighbor. That's what
Right.
my thought.
You do, yeah, I mean, that would block off a big chunk of the window.
And you know, the bad side of the fence goes toward your property.
I'm gonna do the,
Oh,
like what Pat Clune got. I really liked his fences horizontal.
yeah, whatever it is,
Yeah.
the good side.
There is
always
no
faces-
bad side of the horizontal.
Good side always faces the neighbor, yeah.
Back rooms 8 feet.
No, it's a 7. Yeah, it's a 7. But he's got so much space before he gets to that other house.
Sure. There's present.
Now, there is also, the ordinance is silent on, shrubbery and plantings. So one could put a 6-foot fence and then put some healthy yews or something right there about them, so that would block the ground level, back and forth by a fence, and then have Green-
You see a lot of.
green stuff.
You see a lot of that.
And the ordinance does not say we're coming around there and,
The ordinance is appropriate in a 6 foot. I mean, there was a reason
Yeah.
for it.
I mean, I think there are circumstances here where it literally is a window within the property. I mean, the house is stacked right to so much.
what zoning board approved that building that close to the line?
Talk to those 1890s folks.
So it's only
Yeah, but they-
blocking the lower half and they can still stand at the window and look out and see everything's going on. So
They're persistent. Might prevent you from seeing them. All right, so where did we end up?
I'm not in favor of the 8 foot.
Okay, yeah.
No.
Establish that.
I mean, I'll go the extra foot, like 7 foot, but I'm not in favor of the 8 foot.
Well, this, someone want to make a motion?
If that's a motion, I'll second it.
I'll make the motion. 7-foot fence, no 8-foot.
We have to have yeah, I second it. We have to have a picture come back with your son with the phone.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So motion is passed with 7 foot.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Can I take my pictures? Take my pictures?
That's what you've been asking.
Before and after, I figured. Yep. Can I take my pictures?
You're a model applicant.
For before and after.
Yeah. You're a model applicant. Patricia's always wanted to have pictures like that.
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Really helps.
Thank you.
It does really help, and so does now the Google Earth.
Thank you, guys. Thank you all
Thank
for
you.
being here.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Thank you. Have a good night.
I guess next on the agenda would be to pass the minutes from 5:30 that were shared the email.
Jonathan's garage, we did those, yeah. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And I think we're just down to the best motion of them all.
Yeah, let's just use the same motion for all. I'm sorry, I didn't open it all up. But same motion for all.
No. There was only,
It's a
there was only the
motion to
one notes.
Oh, you're
I'm looking for a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.